You remember when sleep used to come like an old friend, gentle, quiet, certain. But somewhere along the way, that friend stopped visiting. Have you ever lain awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering why sleep used to come so easily? But now it feels like a distant memory. You used to drift off effortlessly, even through a thunderstorm. But now the tiniest creak in the hallway wakes you up like an alarm. The truth is, it's not just about getting older. Your body isn't broken. It's signaling that it needs deeper recovery. See, sleep isn't just rest. It's when your body repairs itself, your mind organizes memories, and your emotions find balance again. When you lose that, it's not only exhaustion you feel, it's forgetfulness, irritability, aches, and that quiet heaviness that follows you through the day. But here's something most people never realize. What you eat can quietly decide how well you sleep. Yes, your dinner plate might be the missing piece between restless nights and peaceful rest. Certain foods can naturally boost your body's sleep rhythm, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. And here's the secret. It's not just what you eat, but when and how you eat it that truly matters. Because the right nutrients at the right time can send powerful signals to your brain. It's safe now, you can rest. So tonight, let's explore 6 simple, natural foods that have helped thousands of older adults sleep deeper than they have in years. No pills, no tricks, just wisdom from nature, and a few gentle changes to your evening routine. And before we dive in, if you've been struggling to get a full night's rest lately, you're not alone. Comment "That's me" below so we can all support each other. And don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide, where we talk about aging gracefully, living with energy, and finding peace in every stage of life. Because your best nights and best days can still be ahead. Let's move to the first part of today's video, and it's about a small red fruit that has quietly changed the nights of many older adults, the tart cherry. Eleanor, 74, once told me something simple yet powerful. For years, I forgot what it felt like to fall asleep naturally, she said. Then I started drinking half a cup of tart cherry juice every night, and sleep finally came back. At first, she didn't believe something so ordinary could help, but 2 weeks later, her story changed. She drifted off faster, woke up fewer times, and felt more refreshed in the morning. What makes this little fruit so special? Tart cherries, especially the Montmorency kind, are one of nature's rare sources of natural melatonin, the very hormone your brain produces to tell your body it's time to rest. As we age, melatonin levels naturally decline, which is why many of us toss and turn longer, waking up at 2 or 3 a.m., staring into the dark. A gentle dose of natural melatonin can remind your body of its forgotten rhythm, like softly whispering, "It's time to sleep now." But there's more. Tart cherries are also packed with anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that calm inflammation and ease nerve tension. 2 hidden culprits behind restless nights. Science may describe it in biochemical terms, but the truth is simple. When your body feels less inflamed, your mind finds peace more easily. If you'd like to try it, keep it simple. Half a cup of tart cherry juice, about 4 ounces, 1 to 2 hours before bed. No sugar, no fancy mix, just pure juice. Some people even warm it slightly. The warmth adds comfort and helps the body wind down. You see, good sleep doesn't always come from pills or formulas. Sometimes it's found in nature's smallest gifts, and in our willingness to listen to what our body truly needs. So tonight, before you reach for a sleeping pill, maybe reach for a glass instead, because every small choice toward natural healing brings you one step closer to peace. After discovering how tart cherries can gently remind your body it's time to rest, let's move to the next natural ally in our journey toward peaceful sleep. This time, it's something small, crunchy, and often overlooked in our kitchen shelves. Pumpkin seeds, nature's quiet helper for a deep, unbroken night's rest. Frank, a 68-year-old retired carpenter, once shared his story with me over a cup of tea. "I used to wake up 3, sometimes 4 times every night," he said. "Then my daughter suggested I try something simple, just a spoonful of pumpkin seeds mixed with yogurt before bed." He smiled as he continued. "I didn't expect much, But within a week, I slept through the night for the first time in years. What makes these tiny green seeds so powerful? They're loaded with magnesium, a mineral that helps your muscles and nervous system relax. Think of magnesium as nature's own off switch. When it's in balance, your body can finally release tension, letting you drift into deeper stages of sleep. But that's not all. Pumpkin seeds are also rich in tryptophan, an amino acid that helps your body produce serotonin, the hormone that lifts your mood and calms your mind. Later, serotonin transforms into melatonin, the sleep hormone we mentioned earlier with tart cherries. It's like a natural chain reaction of calm, from happiness to peace to rest. And here's something many people don't realize. As we get older, our magnesium levels tend to drop, often due to medications or simply less nutrient absorption. That's why adding a small handful of pumpkin seeds can make a noticeable difference for older adults struggling with restless nights or early awakenings. If you're worried about digestion, don't be. You can roast the seeds lightly or chew them thoroughly. This makes it easier for your body to absorb the nutrients without any discomfort. For a simple bedtime snack, try mixing 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds with a bit of warm milk or yogurt. It's gentle, easy to digest, and quietly supports your sleep from the inside out. What I love most about foods like this is how simple they are. They remind us that better sleep doesn't come from fighting our body, but from nourishing it. A handful of seeds, a small routine, a few minutes of mindfulness before bed, and suddenly nights start to feel peaceful again. So tonight, before turning off the light, try giving your body what it truly needs. A little magnesium, a little calm, a little care. Sometimes healing doesn't come from doing more, but from doing less, in choosing what's gentle, natural, and kind. After learning how a spoonful of pumpkin seeds can quiet the body and ease you into deep rest, let's gently move to the next stop in our journey to better sleep. And this time it's something bright, refreshing, and filled with natural calm: the kiwi fruit. Yes, that small green fruit might just hold one of nature's simplest secrets for deep relaxation. So let's go to the next part of today's video and explore why this humble fruit can make such a big difference. Maria, an 81-year-old grandmother, had spent years battling sleepless nights. She tried warm milk, herbal teas, even meditation, but her mind would not settle. Then one evening, her granddaughter suggested something unexpected. "Grandma, try eating a kiwi about an hour before bed." It sounded too simple to work, but Maria was willing to try anything. After just a few nights, something changed. Her thoughts quieted faster, her body felt lighter, and she found herself sleeping peacefully till morning. She later said, "I never thought such a small fruit could make such a big difference." The magic behind kiwi lies in its serotonin content, the same feel-good hormone that helps regulate mood and calm the nervous system. When serotonin levels rise naturally, your mind begins to slow down, preparing for rest. And here's the beautiful part. Serotonin is later converted into melatonin, the sleep hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep now. But kiwi doesn't stop there. It's packed with vitamin C, vitamin E, and antioxidants, all of which help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, 2 hidden causes of sleeplessness that increase with age. In fact, a study found that people who ate 2 kiwis an hour before bed fell asleep faster, slept deeper, and woke up less often during the night. For older adults, that's not just a luxury, it's a return to feeling truly rested. Another reason kiwi is such a wonderful choice for seniors is its low glycemic index. Unlike sugary snacks, kiwi doesn't spike your blood sugar at night, keeping your body's energy stable and your sleep undisturbed. It's gentle, nutritious, and safe, even for those managing diabetes or hypertension. If you want to try it yourself, simply eat 1 kiwi about an hour before bedtime. You can even eat it with the skin. Just wash it well. That's where much of the fiber and antioxidants are concentrated. Its tangy sweetness feels refreshing, and its nutrients begin working quietly from within, guiding your body into a calmer state. There's something profoundly beautiful about this, isn't there? How nature hides the simplest healing gifts in plain sight, not in pills or potions, but in everyday foods we often overlook. Each kiwi becomes more than a fruit. It's a reminder that peace and rest often begin with small acts of care. So tonight, instead of fighting your insomnia, invite calm in, gently, naturally, with something as humble as a kiwi. Because sometimes the key to better sleep isn't about forcing rest. It's about creating the right conditions for peace to find you. After exploring the refreshing calm of kiwi, nature's green gift for the mind, let's take a gentle step into something older, warmer, and deeply comforting. It's a tradition passed down through generations, a small act of care that feels like a hug from the inside. Yes, we'll now move to the next part of today's video. Warm milk with nutmeg, a timeless ritual for restful nights. For many of us, the idea of warm milk before bed isn't new. But what if I told you it's not just an old wives' tale? There's real science and deep wisdom what's behind it. Take Mr. Harold, a 79-year-old retired teacher. For years, his mind raced at night. He'd lie awake thinking about his students, his family, the things he wished he had done differently. One evening, his daughter brought him a cup of warm milk sprinkled with just a pinch of nutmeg. Skeptical but touched by her gesture, he took slow, mindful sips. That night, something shifted. His thoughts softened, his heartbeat slowed, and he drifted into one of the best sleeps he'd had in years. Since then, it's become his nightly ritual, not a task, but a gift to himself. So why does this simple drink work so well? Let's look closer. Warm milk contains tryptophan, an amino acid that helps the body produce serotonin, the happiness chemical. Serotonin then converts into melatonin, the natural sleep hormone that tells your brain, it's time to rest now. When paired with warmth, the milk becomes soothing not only to your body, but also to your nervous system. And then there's nutmeg, a tiny spice with surprising power. Nutmeg contains a natural compound called myristicin, which acts as a mild sedative. It helps relax the nerves, calm an overactive mind, and ease tension in the body. In Ayurveda and traditional medicine, nutmeg has been used for centuries as a nighttime relaxant, promoting peaceful sleep and balance in the body. The magic lies not just in the ingredients, but in the ritual itself. The slow act of warming the milk, the aroma of nutmeg rising in the steam, the mindful way you sip, all of these send a powerful message to your brain. You're safe now. You can rest. It becomes less about drinking and more about creating a moment of peace before sleep. Here's a simple way to prepare it. Warm 1 cup of milk. It can be cow's milk, almond milk, or oat milk, until it's cozy but not hot. Then stir in a small pinch of nutmeg, about 1/8 teaspoon. Sit somewhere quiet, take slow breaths, and sip it about 30 minutes before bed. It's gentle on the stomach, calming on the nerves, and comforting to the soul. Many older adults describe this as their evening hug, a ritual that replaces worry with warmth. And isn't that what most of us need at night? Not more screens, not more pills, just a small, human moment of care. Because sleep isn't something we can force, it's something we invite through calm, comfort, and consistency. So tonight, before you reach for your phone or turn on the TV, try reaching for a cup of warm milk with nutmeg instead. Let it remind you that sometimes the simplest rituals hold the deepest peace. And as we move into our next section, we'll discover another gentle secret from nature, one more ally in your journey toward deep, healing sleep. After a cup of warm milk with nutmeg, your body begins to relax, soft, heavy, at peace. But there's something more, something sweet and simple, that nature herself offers for deeper rest. It's not a pill or a supplement, but a golden fruit you've probably had since childhood. Yes, we'll now move to the next part of our journey. Banana, the natural tranquilizer that calms the body and mind. Meet Mr. Walter, 68 years old. Every night, like clockwork, he would wake up at 3 a.m. He'd stare at the ceiling, his mind restless, unable to drift back to sleep. Morning came with fatigue, stiffness, and a clouded mood. Then one day, on his doctor's suggestion, he tried something surprisingly simple: half a ripe banana before bed. At first he laughed. A banana? How could that help? But within a week he noticed a difference. He no longer stayed awake for hours. He fell back asleep more easily, and his mornings felt lighter, calmer, even joyful. So what's the secret behind this humble fruit? Bananas are naturally rich in magnesium and potassium, two essential minerals that relax muscles, reduce tension, and calm the nervous system. When your muscles are relaxed, your brain receives a signal that says, it's safe to rest. This is why people often feel physically softer and mentally quieter after eating a banana. But there's more. Bananas contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body uses to make serotonin, the chemical that helps regulate mood and sleep. Serotonin then transforms into melatonin, the hormone that governs your sleep-wake cycle. It's nature's perfect rhythm. From fruit to calm, from calm to sleep. Even better, bananas are high in vitamin B6, which helps convert tryptophan into serotonin more efficiently. So, a small banana at night doesn't just calm your body, it gently supports your brain chemistry too. And here's something interesting. Unlike sugary snacks, bananas have a low glycemic index, meaning they don't cause blood sugar spikes at night. That makes them safe and soothing, even for older adults or people managing blood sugar concerns. Here's how you can use this natural sleep aid. Eat half to one ripe banana about 30-45 minutes before bed. You can enjoy it as is, or pair it with a small cup of warm milk for an even more relaxing effect. The combination of tryptophan from both foods works synergistically, deepening relaxation and helping you drift into sleep naturally. But perhaps the real power of this practice lies not just in the nutrients, but in the gesture itself. When you choose to end your day with something as gentle as a banana, not a sleeping pill, not a heavy meal, you're sending a message to your body. I trust you. I'm ready to rest. For many older adults, this small ritual becomes a nightly comfort, a simple mindful act that says, I'm still taking care of myself. And that awareness, that self-compassion, often matters just as much as any vitamin or mineral. Sometimes peace doesn't come from doing more, but from returning to what's natural. The sweetness of a ripe banana reminds us that healing doesn't have to be complicated. It just needs to be consistent, gentle, and kind. So tonight, instead of reaching for your phone or counting the hours you've lost, try reaching for half a banana. Let its calm sweetness remind you that sleep, like life, flows best when we stop trying to control it. And as we continue, we'll move to the next part of our journey, discovering another quiet ally from nature, one more gift to help you rest deeply and wake up renewed. So now we'll move to the final part of our journey, oatmeal, the gentle night ritual that brings deep and steady sleep. Let me tell you about Mrs. Linda, 76 years old. Every night she would lie in bed, feeling her stomach twist and grumble. It wasn't pain, just an emptiness that made sleep impossible. Her doctor suggested a simple change, a small bowl of warm oatmeal before bed. Skeptical but hopeful, she tried it. Within days, something shifted. She fell asleep faster, and for the first time in months, slept through the night without waking. Why does oatmeal, something so simple, work so well? First, oatmeal is a source of complex carbohydrates. They gently raise serotonin levels, the chemical that calms the mind and signals to the body that it's time to rest. That's why after a small serving, you often feel a quiet warmth, both physically and emotionally. But that's not all. Oatmeal naturally contains melatonin and vitamin B, nutrients that help regulate your biological clock, the internal rhythm that tells you when to wake and when to sleep. As we age, that rhythm can drift. Oatmeal helps bring it back into harmony, like tuning an old instrument back to perfect pitch. It's also rich in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that keeps your blood sugar steady throughout the night. For many older adults, sudden drops in blood sugar can cause restlessness or nighttime awakenings. A light serving of oatmeal before bed prevents that, keeping your body nourished, balanced, and peaceful. Here's how to prepare it simply and beautifully. Cook a small portion of oats with water or milk until smooth and warm. Add a touch of raw honey or a few slices of banana for natural sweetness. Not sugar, just nature's own calm energy. Avoid refined sugar. It can overstimulate the nervous system and disturb your sleep cycle. Keep it simple. Keep it pure. Beyond its nutrition, oatmeal has something else, ritual. When you take time to prepare a warm bowl each night, you're telling your body, it's time to rest now. The gentle heat soothes your stomach, the aroma brings comfort, and the act itself becomes a signal. Not just to sleep, but to surrender. In a way, oatmeal is not just food, it's a form of kindness. It reminds us that caring for ourselves can be simple, that healing often happens not in doing more, but in doing small things with presence and love. Imagine ending your day this way: the kitchen quiet, the bowl warm in your hands, the first spoonful soft and sweet. You breathe, you feel safe, you let go. And slowly, the noise of the day fades into silence. That's not just nutrition, that's peace. For Mrs. Linda, this little habit changed everything. She no longer dreaded bedtime. Now, each night feels like a gentle return home, to herself, to rest, to calm. So if you've been searching for a natural way to sleep deeper, try it tonight. A small bowl of oatmeal may be all it takes to remind your body what peace feels like. Because sometimes a peaceful night's sleep begins not with medicine, but with a spoonful of warmth and love. As we come to the end of this journey through the gentle world of sleep, take a moment to pause and breathe. The truth is, sleepless nights are not a punishment, nor are they a sign of weakness. They are messages, whispers from the body and soul, telling us we have wandered too far from our natural rhythm, from the peace that has always been within. Each of the foods we explored tonight is more than nutrition. It is a symbol of returning home. The tart cherry quietly reminds us that the body still remembers how to rest. Pumpkin seeds teach us that strength and softness can coexist. Kiwi opens a door to emotional balance and inner calm. A warm glass of milk with nutmeg invites us to slow down, to let go, to trust the moment. And that humble banana, it's nature's way of saying, peace can be simple. When we age, we often lose many things: youth, energy, even deep sleep. But perhaps what we truly lose is connection. Connection to our breath, our body, our gratitude for small rituals. Healing begins the moment we return to that connection. When you prepare your evening drink, or peel a banana, or pour a bowl of oatmeal, do it slowly. Feel the warmth, the aroma, the stillness. Let every bite remind you, you are safe now, and you deserve rest. Remember, good sleep isn't forced, it's received. It arrives when the mind stops fighting and the heart starts trusting. You don't have to chase rest, you only have to welcome it. Like a friend returning home after a long journey, sleep comes when the doors open and the light inside is gentle. So tonight, choose one small ritual. Maybe a sip of cherry juice, a handful of pumpkin seeds, or a bowl of warm oats. Try it with awareness, with gratitude. And tomorrow morning when you wake up, take a deep breath and notice. Something inside you feels softer, calmer, more alive. Share your experience in the comments. What small ritual helped you sleep better? Your story might be the gentle light that guides someone else through their sleepless night. And if tonight's message touched your heart, promise yourself this: you will treat your rest as sacred. Subscribe and stay with us, because in the next video, we'll explore how to calm the restless mind, the hidden key to lasting peace and deep sleep. Remember, sleep is not the end of the day. It is the return of the soul to stillness. Let this night be your beginning, the first step toward peace, serenity, and gentle awakening within.